we'll see. But
Yep.
we need to move along to our colleague in Dodge talk because this was announced over the weekend. And this is huge because colleague is a team that we saw them very quickly rise to prominence in the Xfinity series. And it seemed like for whatever reason, Matt Colleague just had that it factor. And you expected him to take some time, but kind of figure it out in the Cup series. And he's been in the Cup series now, what is this, his third or fourth season? Since the next gen car came up. So I think that'd be fourth. But
Yeah.
yeah, it sounds right. But he still hasn't quite figured it out. AJ Allmendinger has showed some impressive speed throughout the year this year, but he's only got so many years left in him, if any years left in him. So they kind of got to try and find a replacement for that. They're a satellite team for Richard Childress Racing, so they aren't really getting that attention from that Hendrick, Joe Gibbs, why is Penske blanking in my brain? So they're not getting that. They're not even getting the attention that you would get for RFK or even Trackhouse. So they're kind of just stuck in irrelevance. How do you become relevant? You hop on the Dodge train, and that's exactly what they did. Some interesting quotes I saw from him. To Tim Kuniskis, the Ram CEO, said we needed a partner that truly aligns with the Ram brand and embraces our unconventional approach to NASCAR. What do you mean by unconventional? Did anybody have an idea what the I don't because I don't like. I was like, what do you mean by unconventional? Something that maybe we just don't know yet, and we'll figure out once they start competing. But another one I found interesting is that they're doing 5 full-time trucks. They're not they're not just dropping in one or two. We'll expand next year and get to 3 or 4. Like 5 full-time trucks right off the bat. And I
Yeah.
really question that decision. I really do. Because, first of all, do you really have the drivers to do that? Are you bringing some Xfinity guys back? What's like the plan with that? So it's very interesting. I'm very excited. I hope this is what puts Colleague on the map. This is really a boss move for Matt Colleague. It's a gamble. It really is because they need to succeed in the Truck Series, give Dodge that taste, and then they have to be able to continue that success throughout the Xfinity and Cup Series. It is also notable that those 5 trucks will all be fully funded by Ram. No Colleague sponsors will be on their cars. It will be a fully funded program by Ram. And the shops will also be separate. They're in like the same. They're like a part of the Richard Childress campus, but they will be separate. There will be no like exchange of information. I don't know how they can really police that, but I'm sure they can. But yeah, that's the information I got that I found very interesting. I have a list of drivers I would like to throw out there, but I've been yapping for a minute. That's how excited I am for this because I've always kind of rooted for Colleague, for getting AJ Allmendinger his redemption arc in NASCAR. I will always forever love them for that. So I hope this is a really good move, and I think Colleagues got the motivation as an owner. He's trying to break through. I think he might have just found his shot here. So Bull, I'll let you start. What are your thoughts on all of this?
One thing you mentioned there is that was a bold move, and it's definitely a bold move. I completely agree with that because they are not going to get any help on their Cup or Xfinity now. They're going to get even
Right.
less than they were getting, but they're going to get all the focus from Dodge. Dodge is going to give them all the focus, all the support they need, and they're going to be a championship contender. And that's because their Dodge doesn't have any other team to focus on. So all the sim time that they get, um, all the notes that they have, is all going to go to Colleague, um, and that's gonna be very vital to them getting started. I think it might take them a couple races, but I think towards the end of the year, this team is going to be one of the hottest teams in the Truck Series. It's definitely going to be fun to watch. Um, but yeah, I'm really excited for it. And I mean, it pretty much says that to me. It says that Colleague is about to go to Dodge for Xfinity and Cup here in the next couple of years.
Ben?
Yeah. I'm definitely excited to see what Collie can do with these 5 trucks. I mean, I definitely think it was a bold thing to do to meet. I mean, to bring 5 trucks to the Truck Series, I was just like, wow, that's quite a lot, especially um, like going to the Truck Series your first year. I mean, 5 trucks, really, wow. But I feel like though they are going to be championship contenders. Though can't wait to see what drivers are going to be announced. And when you look at Ram and their past success in the Truck Series, though, I feel like when they partner with KAULIG, I think that they're going to do some good things together. And yeah, I definitely can't wait to watch for sure. And I feel like they're going to be one of the teams to beat. They're going to compete week in and week out for wins, and I can definitely see them competing for a championship next year. So it would not surprise me one bit.
I mean, what I thought was interesting is Matt Collick said they're hiring 50 plus people just for the Dodge side of the garage to work on these
Mm,
trucks.
wow.
So,
Oh.
so there's a lot of new jobs coming in NASCAR,
Mhm.
but it's a great move. I'm very excited for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you and me both. I think this is a match made in heaven, and I'm curious to see if this will affect decision making or performance. We obviously know like they'll get worse Chevy equipment, but I'm thinking, do they just downsize to one car per Cup Series and Xfinity Series, just kind of until it becomes a Dodge is funding it because they're not going to get good equipment. They're going to lose AJ Allmendinger soon. I mean, maybe not. Maybe AJ's going to be Mark Martin and be here till he's 60. I don't know. Hopefully, I would love to see it, but
Yeah.
um, yeah, I'm curious about that. But I have some drivers I want to throw out, and I just want to get your reactions to them. The first one's obvious. Daniel Dye will be involved in this somehow. If I'm not mistaken, the event was held at his dad's
Yeah,
dealership. He's
Mhm.
already with colleague. His dad is a big shot at Dodge. This is happening. What makes me interested is I wonder, was his dad the one behind the scenes that maybe was the middleman in this arrangement? Did they already know about this? So that's why Daniel Dye ended up at colleague. I don't know. A lot of little behind the scenes stuff I would be curious to know about, but he's going to be a part of it. I would think he would stay in Xfinity since he's already up there, but maybe since they're not going to get Chevy support, maybe he goes down to the Truck Series. I don't know, but Daniel Dye will be at colleague for as long as he wants it. It'll be a Cole Custer situation. Um, Corey Heim is one I really would love to see, and I want to hear what you think about that because just give up on Toyota. Toyota doesn't care. They don't care about you. They just have proven that kind of time and time again. Sure, they gave him some part-time dates in the Cup Series, but they just need to put him in the Xfinity Series. There's no reason for him to still be in the Truck Series, but because Ty Gibbs doesn't like him, they won't put him in at Joe Gibbs Racing, and there's no other Toyota team worth him driving for. So I think just give up on him. Move to Dodge. You can be Dodge's first historic driver uh, back into NASCAR. So I think that's a unique opportunity. I think the money could be thrown his way because they know that is somebody who is literally the best driver in the Truck Series right now. Why not have him drive in the first year of your team, and that can just help raise the level of your program right off the start. But yeah, what do you guys think about Corey Heim?
the problem with Corey Heim is, or I'm sorry, with Toyota is they get drivers early, and they have so many good drivers in their camp but they don't have enough Cup and Xfinity teams. Chevy and Ford have so many more teams and cars to put drivers in, so you see drivers staying with Chevy and Ford longer. But Toyota just doesn't have the car count for all the good drivers that they have. So I don't see it, but I think it would be a very smart move on his play. I could see them offering him something like driving trucks for one more year, and then the next year we're going to Xfinity, and he just moves up with Dodge. So 2 years from now, be driving an Xfinity, and then 3 years, maybe Cup, move up the pipeline as Dodge moves up.
Yeah, I definitely would like to see him go from Toyota to Dodge. I mean, who knows? Maybe another year in the Truck Series wouldn't hurt, and then maybe after the 2026 season, though, that's when Corey Heim can finally move up to an Xfinity or a Cup ride. So, yeah, we'll definitely have to see that because it's just a shame with Toyota as much as he's been doing trucks for quite a while. I mean, he's won a lot of races. He's really, really consistent, but he's just not getting rewarded for it. I mean, it's definitely disappointing. We'll have to see. But I would definitely like to see him in a colleague truck for Ram.
People have been promoted for far less, and I get your point about not enough rides at Toyota, but do we really? Does Toyota even believe that William Salt Sandwich deserves a ride
I
over
mean,
Corey Haim?
dang, for Cup, for instance, he's better than Riley Herbst,
Yeah,
but Herbst has that funding.
and that's what
Yep.
Sandwich has too. But
Yep.
I don't think it should matter at this point. It's clear that he is like a guy who can. We don't need to go this deep down the rabbit hole, though. We are taking a lot of time. So the other drivers are really just long shots. I think Parker Kligerman deserves. It would be funny, a little full circle because he started out as a Dodge development driver at Penske. Daniel Hemrick's one that I think is actually pretty likely. He's already established in the Truck Series this season, fourth in points right now. Already has a connection with KAULIG. I don't know if that ended well or not, but if it did, I could see them calling up their old buddy Daniel. And then Matty D. Could this be where he gets back into decent equipment? They got 5 spots. I don't know who else they're going to fill it with. So he could see it as an opportunity to work his way back up the ranks, as he's just kind of been sitting driving for low tier equipment ever since he got kicked out of Wood Brothers Racing. But any comments on those drivers before we move on?
Yeah, I mean, starting off with Parker Kligerman, though, I mean, after that Daytona win on Friday night, filling in for Connor Zillage, that guy deserves to be back full time in NASCAR, because I feel like if he goes down to KAULIG and races full time in a truck, if I'm not mistaken, though, when he was at Brad Keselowski Racing, though, they were a Ram affiliated team, and I think he got a couple wins in the trucks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I feel like KAULIG, they should definitely reach out to him, though, to put him in the truck, because I feel like if you give Parker Kligerman some good equipment, he will win races and he can compete for a championship. I definitely believe in this guy. He is a great driver, and he's definitely an underrated one in my opinion. And I feel like if you put him in a good truck, he is going to do some good things. And back to Matt DiBenedetto. I feel like this would be a good opportunity for him to get into a competitive truck, at KAULIG, and I feel like if they give him some good equipment, he's going to win some races too. But it'll definitely be interesting down the road to see where those guys end up. But yeah, looking forward to it.
The Parker Kligerman, that one really stands out to me as one that I would love to see as well. Ben mentioned it, but that Xfinity race Friday night was awesome. I don't know if you got to see it. It was probably 30 laps in. They did a driver change on pit road between him and Zillage, and then comes out and wins the race. It was awesome to see his celebration, especially after no, not the Daytona, but the Daytona 500 weekend. I think it was the first race of the year when he won and then got DQ'd for the truck failing post-race tech. So coming that whole circle moment and getting to see him win that race was awesome. Yeah, I would love to see him back in the field.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like I said earlier, fully funded by Dodge, so sponsorship is not an issue here. So go out there, get the best guys, regardless, the experienced guys, the guys that will not only come in and perform well, but they should be able, especially Parker Kligerman, he's been around enough to help you build that program. Yeah, that's what they need to do. They don't need to go out there and get paid drivers because it's already paid for. And I hope that's the mindset that they come with, because who knows? AJ Allmendinger's damn near 50 going for it. Maybe Parker Kligerman, he's 35 right now. Maybe he's able to get another 10 years out of his NASCAR career and end up being one of the flagship drivers of Dodge and Cup Series. I don't know. Yeah. Crazier things have happened, but I'm just dreaming. I'm just a dreamer.